Right, you filming? Yeah, okay. Okay. You know, if we are coming across a bit nervous or it's rubbish, tough, because this is what it is. It's what it is.
That's pure awkwardness.
It is, yeah. A bit nervous seeing it like this because there's nothing in here.
Can I take you through my favourite feature of what we've got so far?
Yes.
I like this phallus and testicle looking thing that's been wiped off this wall that I'm starting to think we should keep.
Yeah. No, it's nice, it's art. At what point is this going on too long? Okay, right. So, hello. Welcome to our new offices, which aren't really new offices at the moment. A quick introduction as to why we're doing this. Firstly, this is new for us. We're moving offices. We've been given a short period of time to get out of our current offices because they're doing works on where we are. We've been there for 8 years. It's an old building. It served us well. It's been really good being there. We've decided on a new premises. This is the new premises.
There's nothing here.
It's literally an empty space. From a starting point, we've got 3 months to somehow turn this into an office. Into not this, yeah. The video is a documentary, a short video of, hopefully, when you see the end of this video, we've completed the offices and it looks how we wanted to.
A lot of glass has been mentioned so far, which I'm not sure if that scares me as much as it excites me.
I think it's important to put a lot of glass in because the only downside here is there's not much natural light that comes in. You get 2 windows at the top, so the more glass that we've got, I think, the better. So downstairs we're going to have sort of open plan that's going to divide off into an office, hopefully glass walls, living space, social space with a big TV, so when people come in we can sort of show them the stuff that we've done. At the back, a kitchen area where somewhere we can stand and have coffees when our clients or customers or guests first come in and join us. And then we're looking to have a mezzanine floor put in over half of it, possibly 2/3, depends on what the drawings show and how it works, but ideally we have sort of an L shape on the top.
Toilet block upstairs. We are fortunate that the one thing that is here at the minute is some plumbing, so we can get toilets within our own site. A studio will be upstairs. I'm not sure which side yet and which way this mezzanine might go. Makes sense on paper, scribbled down in pencil and pen, but
yeah, when it comes to reality, it might not be the same as that.
Yeah, it's a little bit daunting.
For me, it's quite scary. We're moving into something that isn't a serviced office. It isn't really built. We're in a built building, but it's not a built office. So it is a scary move. We've got a very short time frame to do it, and it's freezing cold. There's no heating. It's a lot of work to do. I'm excited. So we'll see you in 3 months. 3 months' time.
Not including Christmas.
Not including Christmas. Happy Christmas.
Hey up everyone, we are now 15 or 16 weeks down the line from that last video. We've been in a month. We've been wanting to do an office tour ever since we moved in, but it's taken us a while to get our house in order to make it camera worthy, so without hesitating any longer we thought we'd get on with it. We've spoken a lot, we've posted a few little teasers on social media, so we thought it's about time that we actually got some mics out, got ourselves out of our comfort zone on camera and showed you around.
Welcome to the new offices. This is in a beautiful place in Hertfordshire. I think you call it Pot and End, but it's just so nice compared to where we were in our last offices, which is right in the middle of an industrial estate, and now it's tranquil around here.
It's green, it's peaceful,
yeah.
It's nice, it's calm, it's out of an industrial estate, which is it's almost weird. It's like when you move house and you live somewhere quieter than where you lived before and you can't sleep because it's too quiet. It's sort of eerily still for now, but it's but
we'll take that.
It's lovely, yeah, really, really peaceful. Nobody HGVs banging past your window when you're trying to record a podcast.
No.
That's a win.
So this is the entrance here. So when you come and see us, you'll come up to these double gates here. Give us a call and we'll open them up. We're going to have to do that now because we're locked out.
Didn't think about that.
Should open now.
Obviously, it's already been a month. just external signage, isn't it? It'd be nice to have, nice for that to feel a little bit more like ours. I think as you approach, it's a little bit more.
So when you get
obvious
here,
across this courtyard.
From what Matt's just saying there is there are no signs. So you're probably going to need to see this video to know where we are. We need to be like Ant and Dec and remember what side the person's on. So welcome, we're here. This is HQ. So we're going to give you a little tour now of our offices. How new they are. New, they still smell new. New paint smell, new carpet smell.
I might be biased, but it does look better inside than it currently does outside. We need that little bit of signage, don't we? And although out here will be nice if the plans come to fruition. Little barbecue area, couple of seats.
That's it.
Bit of greenery.
But the main thing is that we're in, and we've done 2 or 3 extra miles now. Some customers have come in to see us.
Yeah, we're rolling.
And now we are rolling. We're getting people to come in. So come on, let's go inside and let's have a look. Okay, well, we'll do this zone by zone. It'll be the easiest way to do it. Some of the stuff that I'm really proud of is the amount of kit and materials that we've upcycled in here. That was important for us as a part of it. So, for example, if we're looking at the doors here, these were taken from the Crown Estates. We went down to London to pick these up. It was, twice, yeah. So, the short story is they're 3 meters long, these doors, and we went and picked up. We were getting 3. But we actually picked up 5, and when we turned up in our van, we couldn't get them in. We're central London, so we had to drive all the way back and rent a van and go back and get them. But I mean, they're massive doors, massive oak doors from the Crown Estates, which is an interesting scenario of having them ripped out of offices.
Yeah, not sure if they've been touched by royalty, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, so they were all repurposed from offices. The glass that you can see here. We said previously we really want to put a lot of glass in because we haven't got much natural light. We managed to get these from an office, not a refurb, but an office that were being knocked down. So we managed to get hold of these glass panels. We went into Wembley to get those, and we've stored those here for a while. And then each of the frames we had custom built to fit the glass. So some of the jobs that Matt and I did was we were to mask out the floor areas, because when you came through the door, you would have seen from the old video, there was already a staircase here and it didn't quite work. So what we've done is we've actually had this as an entrance area. These are our main offices here.
I think what we really discovered is you are a Facebook Marketplace warrior who can pretty much find anything upcycled, recycled and salvaged. You did a good job on that, actually. Thanks. To be fair.
Thanks, Matt.
Don't let it go to your head, but you did.
You're kind.
So we spoke about open plan, didn't we? That was a big thing for us. That kind of warehousey, hopefully cool warehouse sort of setup. And I think we've gone all right. We've got our sort of soft area just here where you can lounge with a cuppa. We're still missing a coffee table and a few finishing touches, but like I said before, we've been in a month and this would have gone on and on and on if it's like your house, innit? You're never quite finished, and when you are, you just start again. And the back here was interesting, wasn't it? Because we mooted the idea of a meeting room. I don't know if we mentioned that previously.
Yeah, I think we talked about this was going to be a meeting room space, wasn't it?
Yes,
the idea being that when you came into the offices here, underneath this mezzanine that we put in was going to be a meeting room here, but we did have some plans of the mezzanine flooring, but these supports weren't in it, so it didn't quite work to have a space. So we opened it up. We've gone for an open plan kitchen area, but it's worked for us. It was built for open plan, and I think can be used for multi-purpose. I mean, we've had some conversations with people.
Yeah, that sort of came as a bit of an accident, really, didn't it? Someone seeing it and thinking it was cool and a space that they might want to be in to deliver training courses potentially, or hold small. I mean, I don't want to say conferences. I might be making it sound a little bit bigger than it actually is, but Yeah, a space that our clients, as well as, you know, people that potentially could be clients, could come and use, just as a different sort of setting, certainly a different type of corporate setting, hopefully, to what they're used to. So yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here and some nice stuff. And again, just as you mentioned it before, table was reclaimed.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but that's not what this was. This was never meant to be a super perfect showroom. It was just going to be something that was our own space, something that we're proud of, and we are really proud of it. Something that when our customers come in, we get good feedback, and we have so far. We had to have a few people in, and every one of them has said how much they like it, and they've been really complimentary, and that feels great.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's been here yet that's not taken a photo or a little video and sent to someone else. Office envy was a term used,
yes.
which was nice. What I actually like about downstairs is, I think the first people that came to see us sat on the sofa. The second people that came to see us sat on the long bench just behind me.
That's it.
We had a visitor the Friday before last, and this table actually we'd not got finished by then, but sat in this space, and it seems to be an area that, you know, people freely just kind of float around whatever they feel comfortable in, and it's already got a real social element to it that I think is really cool.
I think that for us it's about an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
So when a customer comes in to see us, say customer, client, whatever you want to call them, some of our friends that we're working with in the industry, we want them to come here and feel comfortable, and we're getting them to come here and do something we call the extra mile. We talked about that a lot, but to come and meet these people and talk to them, and we're asking them to pretty much do what we're doing now, and it can feel overwhelming at times, it can feel difficult. So the experience is when they come in and see us, and we come in and we sit up here and we have a coffee. Ruby's going around already doing some filming, getting them used to it. We've got Tom here, he helps us. Everyone sort of takes their turn in making people feel comfortable, and I think this office, because it's got a homely feel with the sofas and this and the TVs and the lighting and the plants and the colours, you're not walking into a sterile office where there's loads of people looking at you. It's more of a trendy YouTube space, and that's what I'm putting it down to, that it's about the experience here. I love this area because people come in and we start here. We always start here. You're really good at it, aren't you? You sit and you talk to them and talk about what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about, so the flow gets going for the chats we have upstairs.
First compliment in 11 years, that.
You're all right, mate. You're all right. So this is the downstairs. This is the kitchen area. Do I wish it was an office space now? No, I don't.
No, not
I think
at all.
It works so much better. We've got more open space down here. This is a really, really good space.
Not what we pictured, but changed for the better, I think.
Right, okay. So you would have seen at our first video that we did a little while ago, back in December, that the mezzanine floor, which I don't think, we might have some B-roll of it, we'll show you, but the mezzanine floor upstairs was only half. And we struggled with space to have toilet facilities. The other issue we had is having toilets on show because everything's open plan. The reason we built these bathrooms in here, behind here, is just purely for the privacy side of things, because now it actually is its own block, and it was never going to be. It was just a toilet block, but now it's...
Yeah,
it's more purpose built than it was originally going to be.
They didn't exactly fit the look, did they, the toilet block? So trying to pivot and come up with something that felt in keeping with the style of the place that we were going for, rather than having two toilets sticking out like a sore thumb, was quite a big deal in the end.
But enough of the toilet talk. Let's talk about what this space is, and then this is probably my favourite place in the office. I like to hang out up here a lot. I think I'm really pleased of how this has come out, because I didn't think it was going to look like it up here.
No.
The big sheets of glass have really helped us. It's like a fish tank, really, isn't it? It's like watching in and observing goings on. But from an outsider's point of view, everyone that's come up here and seen the studio, I think it does feel special when you're in there, because you're behind glass and you feel important. And I think that's, again, part of the experience. Is how do you feel when you come up here? You're sat in there. It's all part of the experience. It feels nice. I think the electricians have done a fantastic job with regards to the lighting to make it work for us. And again, when we go in there and have a look in a minute, I think as a space for what we had at our last offices, which I thought was fantastic then, for me, it's a massive upgrade.
I think it helps us as well, doesn't it, for our team? No one has to worry about being quiet while they work if we're recording or anything like that. No one's got to be worried that their noise might get picked up on camera, or they can't have their lunch because their packets might be rattling, or whatever it is. It's a really sort of safe environment now to be able to kind of crack on with the work we want to do in there. Everyone else can go about their daily business and not worry about facing your wrath for making a rustled crisp packet.
The other important part is that it's a double use of space, because it's not only our studio for when we're doing our extra mile and all our pieces to camera, but it's also an office space as well, because we had all the sockets. If for those who came to our last offices or saw our extra mile, all our cameras and our lighting were on tripods on the floor, which took up a lot of floor space.
Yeah.
So now we've got all our sockets are up high, so our task lighting's up high. So the only thing we have in there when filming our series or our podcasts are the cameras. It's a really good meeting place. Hertfordshire, where we're located, is a really good spot for our clients who may be based in the Midlands, who have got customers based in the South. So it's quite a good middle ground for them to come and meet. So we do have customers come in here and use our facilities, but that's what we're all about. It's about building relationships. It's about people being able to use us and
adding value ultimately, isn't it? Giving people a place that they can feel comfortable, maybe with their clients, or if someone is travelling for the day but they've got some work to do, it might be able to take a bit of stress off by being able to call in, see us, pitch up in one of our rooms or our areas and do a little bit of work along the way. So we mentioned before about having a purpose-built space, and we're really pleased, I think, proud of how it's turned out, aren't we? We've set ourselves up to be able to film in here. Mark mentioned it before about having things off the floor, because it was a little bit like that scene in Ocean's 11, wasn't it, where the burglars dancing through the laser beams in the old place. It was a delicate old step to get in and out.
A lot to navigate.
So we've got a lot of purpose-built sort of features in here. Studio lights are now on the ceiling and the walls. We've got brackets for cameras on the walls so we can keep less off the floor. So when people do come in here, it's quite spacious, open, relaxed, but we are fully enclosed, soundproofed. So the quality of what we're churning out is a step up from what we had before as well. I think you mentioned downstairs the word multi-purpose, which came out of nowhere. I liked it. This is an extension of that, isn't it?
Yeah,
another room that for us doubles up as a meeting room. For clients of ours, can also be a meeting room and a meeting space.
I think one thing we did make sure we had here was air conditioning, because we did learn from the summers last year when we were doing the extra mile that on lighting, people, cameras, glass, things get hot, and this important to us to have an air conditioning unit in here as well. So that was another thing, is to be comfortable. So part of everything we've done in here has been thought through to make it work, whereas our last offices, we were trying to make something work around what we had. Yeah. So the space for us here is probably 10 times better than it was, even though we loved our last space.
Yeah. We mentioned as well, didn't we, it's not really been hashed out yet, but for the people we work with, if they've got kind of ambitions for their own podcasts or content series, they can use our space. We've got the kit if they don't have kit. We've got camera operators if they don't have camera operators, and just again other services that we can provide that hopefully just add more value and offer more opportunities to the people we work with, so that they can come and feel just as awkward with a microphone in their hand as we do. Yeah.
A lot of the stuff in this office is on display, which people have seen when they've come in, is collections of things that we've had over the years. Some of the old drones that we first started off with, some of the old cameras that we had from back in the day, and then going back, over the years we've collected some really, really old cameras. I think it's just interesting to have just something on display that's different. It's not all about just cameras and filming, but I think it's nice to have something. I mean, what's your favourite thing about this office?
I actually quite like that some of these wee granddads. I don't know why, he's not my granddad, but I actually quite like that some of these wee granddads. I think that's quite cool. I think that's really nice. You?
Yeah, I think
you can't have your granddad now because I've said it.
No, I think it's nice to have some of these bits on on board. I think I'm all for this lighting. I love.
You are king of the LED, aren't you?
I think it's important to have a bit of colour, something a bit different, bit of mood light. It makes it feel nicer. It's probably a lot of very different colours in here. We've used a lot of colours, but at the end of the day, like the on-air sign, the recording sign, it just makes it feel studio for me. The little microphones on the desk, the little microphones on the side. I think all the little bits and bobs that we've collected over the years and been given. I mean, people have kind of given us bits as well. I think when you're sitting in here, it's just interesting. It's just cool because it's not sterile, and that's what I like about it. I think it's just different, and it's a good talking point. I mean, people come in and they talk to us about the old cameras, and people are interested in them. I mean, some of the stuff in here is people recognise from like the 80s when they were kids having their films done, to stuff that's probably beginning of World War One, not World War One, World War Two. These panels, these are acoustic panels that we reused from our last offices. The artificial plants, we got given a lot of these that were being thrown out of offices. I think it's just repurposed bits that I don't think look tatty. I think they look like they're purposed and repurposed them. So I love this space. I love coming up here. I love my meetings. We have our calls up here. We've got our own desks downstairs.
Yeah.
So people who are going to be on Teams calls with us or Google Hangouts with us, this is probably the background you're going to see in the future. But no, it's a great space. We love using it. And if you've got meetings or you want to use this space and you need to get to Hertfordshire, then come and use the space. We're all for that. I just think it's different, it's nice, it's spacious, it's clean, it looks new. That's one thing. Our old office was old and tatty.
You'd live here if you could, wouldn't you?
I'd move in, yeah.